Rich, Tennessee Homestead. How the heck are you? I just done a video on some of the organic and differences in pricing between organics and so forth, and I'm still drinking my coffee. So there was a few things I wanted to put in that, but it had already got too long. Yes, I talk too much. But I want to throw some ideas out to you. This is mainly to your folks who are going to start out their own homes, start out their initial homesteads, something to think about, or for established homesteads, something to think about. If you're in a good area where you can market things like produce and especially fruit, okay? Here's one that I ran across down here, and it, man, I'll tell you what, it just made good sense. All right. And these folks are using a high tunnel greenhouse. Yeah. And kind of interesting. They are growing peaches. Yeah. Now, here's a couple things about it. One, peaches grown outdoors get rain. It causes some funguses and causes blemishes on the fruit. Okay? You don't have that in a greenhouse. Okay? Second thing is by the nature of the greenhouse itself, lions and tigers and bears, you can have your fruit on the market 2 to 4 weeks before anybody else has fruit on the market. Yeah, big jump on the competition. And it's good looking stuff. Now, yeah, is a high tunnel greenhouse going to set you back some money? Yes, it is. Okay, but the one that I saw, they had close to 150 trees growing in there. It was like a little jungle when you walked in there. They did prune their trees a little differently to keep the center wide open, which I found kind of a unique little idea. And because it allowed more sunlight to get to the fruit. So it matured a little bit quicker. And to them, it was all about being the first ones on the market with a high quality, organic piece of fruit. And they were doing it with apples and peaches. Yeah. Amazing. And even had, and that's what I found really kind of fascinating, each of the tunnels had a beehive in it. Huh? Yeah, for pollination. And it's like, so they were making honey and growing fruit in these high tunnel greenhouses. Pretty sharp idea. And so far it's working out well for them. They said the fruit's beautiful. It is just flawless. And it's 100% organic. Yeah. So they're making money off their fruit. They are moving a lot of product with having them in greenhouses. Of course, the growing season's extended. Begins early, ends late. You know, it is a fascinating setup that they've got going. And making honey. And they do have different ways to where they can open up a panel, their beehives. And if once the flowering of the pollination of the trees are done, they open it up so the bees can get outside and visit the rest of the property. Kind of neat. Something to think about. Yeah, it's an investment. It really is. But it sounds to be a wise investment. We were kind of going over some of the numbers, and these folks are making a killing. Okay. Wow. It's, like the fellow said, he kept looking at greenhouses and he saw these high tunnels and thought, you could grow a tree in here. And then hit him. Alleviates the blemishes on the fruit and puts it out there. And he's looking at doing stuff like all more exotic fruits and things of this nature in them because he can get by with it. So something to think about when you're looking at your homesteading plans. That would be a heck of a way to turn it into a big money maker. Trick is being able to afford without breaking the bank, okay, of getting into. I got this little hen, my troublemaker. It's a little buff, and she's in here eyeballing stuff. I bet I end up stopping this to yell at her. Hey, you, scooped. She gonna have to get in something. She's not happy until she does, and she's looking right now at what to jump up on to create havoc. Uh, Love that chicken to death. She got a personality. Uh, yeah, little Lima. Uh, but anyway, yeah, start looking at things of that nature to, uh, when you're laying out your plans, and do lay out plans. I've seen folks who have went out with no plan, and they start looking at land, and they end up with a piece of land, and now they got to try to adapt the plan to the land, and yada 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 yada. Now, folks, get a plan. What do you want to do? You know, once you understand what you want to do, then you look for a piece of land that fits that plan, or as close as you can get, and move on it. So if you're thinking about greenhouses and so forth, you're going to need some pretty flat land to set those greenhouses up on. That's what you're going to have to look for. All right. So for you new homesteaders, start laying your plans. Know what you want to do. Um, and like I said, you have to, and that's where so many folks go wrong. You have to look at, if you're in your 20s now, you know, labor you look at as, oh, that's free, cheap, easy. I don't need to worry about that. And you lay out your plans according to that. And then you turn 50 and 60, suddenly that labor becomes a problem to you. You know, you're wore down to the nub, and, physically it's getting hard on you. And now you've got to redo your plans. So do that. Okay? Stage up your plans. I can do this, this, and this while I'm young and healthy and vibrant. But I also need to get these things here in place so that I can take care of them now. And then as I get older, I can phase out the harder labored items and transition over into expanding this out. Okay? Put that to work. The problem is most young homesteaders just starting out, the only thing that they're concerned with is getting the heck out of the city and getting on a piece of land. And then they fail. Not the thing to do. Okay? Plan, plan, plan. Because the more detailed your plan is, for one, the more capable you are of sitting down with your spouse and your family and getting everybody on the exact same page, and you know exactly what that page is. All right? And there's no surprises, because surprises can create problems. All right? You need to know that both of you have the same vision. And detailed plans is how you do that. I want to start doing this, and then this, and this. And here's how we're going to do that. Okay? Use your noodle. Plan, plan, plan. Talk, talk, talk. Know that you two are exactly there together. Wives, husbands, whichever spouse is wanting to homestead, and you're kind of going, well, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Get the details. Okay? Know exactly what we're talking about here. I said in some of my first videos, you guys may be talking about homesteading, and you may be thinking, a few acres and a small garden and a few fruit trees, and your spouse is thinking about a 100-acre farm. And then when all this starts happening around you, you end up with something in between that you're not happy with, they're not happy with, and then the problems begin. Okay? Plan now. And through your planning, you know what you have to find as far as your land. I need a place that's got room for a couple high tower greenhouses or a greenhouse or whatever, barns and so forth. And we want them in close to the house so that when we're older, we can take care of it and yada, yada, yada. Then look for your land. Now that you know what you're wanting to do, don't go into it blind and go, well, we found this piece of land and we're going to try to figure out what to do with it now. Bad way to go, folks. A very bad way to go. Little hen, get off of that counter. Won't be a problem. I'll cut this short. Love you guys and appreciate you, but understand planning is the key to your long-term success. And failure can sometimes mean failure of your family. You don't want that happening. All right? Love you guys and appreciate you. This is Rich Tennessee Homestead. I hope this finds you having a great week. And God bless you. Talk to you later.